In this video, we're going to learn about the move action. Whenever we take an action on a network, it's always in respect to our avatar's current partition. It's important, therefore, that our avatars remain mobile and can move around the network. We execute the move action using information commands. Information commands gives us the knowledge to move between partitions. For every information command we play, we can move to one adjacent partition. So for example, with two information commands, we can move our avatar to partitions. When we move, we can take one or more contaminants of the same type with us. So with our two information commands, I could move with these two replicants from our current partition to adjacent partitions. But we can't take contaminants of different types, so I couldn't move with this uplink and this replicant. Data nodes and ports help us move around the network more efficiently. Moving between two partitions that both contain data nodes doesn't cost any movement commands when you're taking the move action. So for example, if I play two information commands to move, I can move once for one. I've got one information command left, but this movement is free. Ports also form part of this pathway through the network. I've still got one movement left, and I could use that to step off the pathway. So in total I've used 1, 2 movement. If there was a gap in the pathway, we can still use it where the pathway is complete. So for my two information commands, I can move from this partition to this one is free, up to here, costs 1 movement point, back to here, still 1 movement, so that's 2 movement now. These two partitions don't both contain data nodes, but this movement is then free. I went the long way round. I could have gone this way. My 2 movement, this is free, 1 used, 2 used. What's important and the route you want to take depends on how you want to move contaminants around the network. Let's assume I started here. For my 2 movement, I can carry these replicants with me, remember. So I could move here, that's free. Up here, bring these with me. I can drop these contaminants off mid-route. I've used up 1 movement to move down here, my second movement here, and then finish my movement here. That's using 2 movements, and I've carried the replicants up to partition 4 on the salvation server. Let's do that again, but let's take a different route. We've still got 2 information commands. I can still move twice. This is free. I'm moving between 2 partitions that have data nodes or ports. I'm going to move from here to here. That's cost 1 movement. This time I'm going to leave my replicants here. I'm going to pick up the uplink en route. My second movement, I'm going to move here. What I can't do is pick up data nodes that are forming part of the pathway and move them with me. This pathway can take me all the way around here without using any information commands. If I wanted to move from here to here, I still have to pay at least 1 information command just to take the move action. But what I can't do is pick up these data nodes and still use them as part of the pathway. Let's see how this would work. Moving here, free. If I pick up this data node and take it with me, now I'm not moving between 2 partitions that contain data nodes because I've lifted one of them, I've carried it with me. So this would cost 1 movement point. But I could continue the journey because now I am moving between 2 partitions that contain data nodes. There's one more thing that ports do. Ports allow you to teleport from their partition to any partition on a network, and you make use of that during your move action. Let's assume I wanted to carry this uplink all the way over to the purple server, partition 5, Faith 5. I can use 2 information commands to take the move action. The port allows me to move to any partition. I'll take the neural uplink over to partition 5 on faith. That's cost one movement. I've still got one movement left, and I'll use it to move up to salvation 2. If I wanted to carry the rest of my journey onwards, I could do so, because this is free movement. These adjacent partitions contain data nodes. Creating pathways of data nodes and ports is the key to traversing large open networks.